I think there's something really important about the way in which these kind of random acts of kindness can help us to see that actually it doesn't need to be complicated, and everyone can play a part in just building a better society. Every day we all have the opportunity to make the world a slightly better place, and that's really, really important. I think just starting to do random acts of kindness, be it just saying hello to people in the street, or just keep sharing stuff with people, just being nice. And I think that's just that people getting that sense that they can really make a difference is so crucial. And then another thing that strikes me is I was just out. I don't do this regularly, but I was out a couple of weeks ago with some fantastic people who do homeless outreach in Leeds, just supporting people who are on the streets. And somebody said something to me then, which I'd heard before, which was, you're saying it might seem really tiny and insignificant, but actually when people just stop and talk to us and just treat us like humans, just talking to us and kind of, then that's really important as well. So there's, the whole idea of just all of us rehumanizing one another, like every day rehumanizing one another, not just people who are homeless, but just everyone everywhere, just becoming rehumanized, more human every day.
I think they're important for the person receiving the act of kindness, but also the person who's actually doing the act of kindness. It's like a two-way thing, the feeling that you get for yourself. And in lockdown, when I did my acts of kindness, it was that kind of helped me deal with the lockdown situation by going out and helping others. I think it's, in terms of mental health, I think it's really important for me, certainly for others, I would imagine as well.
It gives you a lot of empowerment as well when you see the benefit you're giving to helping somebody else. When I went into lockdown, my business literally went off a cliff and I had a complete meltdown because I was locked down by myself, and I was like, right, what can I do? And then I saw this thing on Facebook for we need to help people in the district, and I thought, right, I'm going to do that. That's what I'm going to throw my energy into. And literally we helped over 1,200 people through lockdown, and the actual pride it gave me as a person to see the impact we were having on people was just incredible. And it's actually helped me get through lockdown, but also the people who've received that help within some cases saved people's lives, both mentally and physically, because we've done things that, at the minute we're still going through a process with people where people won't even go outside the front door because they're that scared of the whole thing. And we've been, before lockdown again, we've been taking them out and taking them shopping and starting a befriending service, as well as everything else that we do. And it's really helped me get through the whole process, but it's also changed people's lives.
I find it really hard due to my mobility issues to go out and get my medication and get my shopping, especially when my family, obviously they're busy working, kids, etc. So I had my neighbor, he got all my medication for me. Like he just randomly knocked the door because he got sleep, all my medication, all my shopping done. I was like, it was amazing, because I thought, it was really emotional for me because there are good people out there, and even in your own neighborhood, in your community, there are good people out there. So it really touched my heart. Yeah.
I had a fairly serious accident about 5 years ago, and it was about Christmas time, and our lovely neighbours kept giving us food. Amazing. So somebody would turn up with either, sort of some samosa or, sort of pakora, something like that. And even a couple of times a whole meal. And I don't know how the news had got spread, because we didn't have the WhatsApp group at the time. But, food just kept on coming. It was wonderful. My husband didn't have to cook a meal for a week sometimes.
Hebden Bridge is outstanding for things like that. And there's all sorts of things just spontaneously occur in the valley. And one of them was some rainbow stones. So some children just made a decision to paint stones and put nice messages on and hide them around. And the idea would be that if you found one, you would re-hide it somewhere else. And another friend of mine, her mother with dementia passed away. Her business was caught in the floods and in the pandemic and was feeling utterly low. And she went to her shop just to check that nothing was amiss. And there was a rainbow stone that my lovely assistant, my husband. So the children have done these kind of things. I'm going to hold them close and left them all over. And so my friend went to her business, and one of these rainbow stones was on her wall. And so she put a post on Facebook, whoever this child is, you have just no idea how much you've just made my day. I have all these things occurring for me right now, and this has just made me feel important and feel part of the community. So so it goes beyond doing it. It goes beyond giving it. The ripples continue with these acts of kindness.
I had an act of kindness yesterday when I was shopping with for my ladies. One particular lady is quite regularly in severe pain. So basically our conversation tends to be, hi, here's your shopping. And she'll say, thank you very much, give me my money, and I'll go away. But yesterday, she said I deserved a medal. She said, thank you so much. It must have cost her an awful lot to stand there and say that, because obviously I can't go in the house. But I just, it just so lifted my day. It was wonderful.
Everybody who's seen the film Evan Almighty knows that an act of random kindness is how you change the world. It just is. Morgan Freeman says so, so it must be true. And I suppose the one story that touches me most from our experience is last Christmas, inspired by a feel-good YouTube video. Our church set aside, I think it might have been 10 or 20 cards, Christmas cards, and put £20 in each of them. And we just wandered the streets looking for people who looked like they might need a bit of a boost. And one family in particular, this was my dad that did this. He was in the pound shop, and he overheard, because he's nosy, this family, and they had their children in the toy aisle of the pound shop, and they were saying, right, you can choose one, and that was going to be their Christmas present that year. And he thought, right, we're not having this. So he handed them one of these cards and then skedaddled as quickly as possible. And she obviously opened it there and then, the mother, chased out, ran after him in tears, gave him a massive hug and said, you don't know how much that's going to make our Christmas. This world can seem very distant to people that are in need, particularly if you're in poverty. And just an act of kindness and showing some love can really restore people's hope that the times will get better and that the world hasn't abandoned them. And that is, words can't express how important that is.
Merry Christmas! Everybody, just do one act of kindness for somebody. It doesn't have to be about presents. It doesn't have to be about how much you spend. It's about the love that you give. So some of us might not be able to see our families, but stay strong, give a little love, and enjoy the Christmas spirit. Merry Christmas.
Christmas is a great opportunity just to stop, and I think there's that, this year more than ever, so many things have stopped in different ways, and so kind of really just embrace that stopping, embrace that spirit of hibernation, and just take time to breathe. As we all know, Christmas has become such a kind of like shopping fest, a consumer fest, but actually just really to take the time, if you do have extra time, the time to maybe choose, instead of buying presents, but to perhaps make acts of kindness your theme for this year, or maybe create stuff, and just perhaps just try to think about how we can have a more positive and planet friendly Christmas.
Remember that this is the season of goodwill to all men. So put aside your prejudices, put aside your divisions, put aside the stresses and arguments of a year confined, and just focus on peace and rest and enjoy it.
Have a happy and safe Christmas, and may your house be peaceful, and may you soon see your family and friends to give them a hug.
So I want to wish everyone a wonderful, amazing Christmas. Switch the news off, switch your social media off for a bit, and just really have a fantastic time in your home with your family. Merry Christmas.
We hope next year is going to be a lot better, and we'll be able to enjoy it and see us friends. That's one thing I'm missing, is seeing my friends. So I'm hoping we'll be all together again.
I hope you all enjoy your festivities, and hopefully you have an amazing time, and you know, with your families and friends. Hopefully the lockdown should be over, and hopefully get as many families and friends in as possible. And yeah, just stay positive and try to have as much turkey as possible. And yeah, hopefully next year you should have a better Christmas. So Merry Christmas, everybody.
Santa and I would like to wish you all a wonderful Christmas. Enjoy what you can. Don't sweat what you can't. Spring will be is round the corner, and this too will pass. And this time next year, think about what an amazing Christmas you will be able to have. So make the most of what you've got. Merry Christmas.